right? So now it's just confirming those assumptions and sharing some of your personality and talking about how you can be a fit for that organization. And often too, what can happen is that we get sort of so swept up in the question that we forget that we're there for a reason in the first place, right? That we have something to offer. It's important to articulate that value in the way that it responds to the employer need, right? It's always at this stage in the process, it's about the employer need. So how do you fit within that sort of response to the need of being that quick fix and making that technical sort of specs of what they're looking for? And I think that you'll find that actually is a differentiator, right? Is that that ability to be able to articulate that in a really clear and concise way. So thank you for sharing those. I'm going to turn things over to you to ask a couple of questions, and then I'll wrap up with, I have one final question for the panel that I think will draw us to conclusion. So I'll turn things over to you. Any questions that have surfaced or that you'd like to ask our panelists? Yes?
I'm actually wondering if there are internships or co-op opportunities available in the insurance industry, or it's mostly like you graduate and as a new graduate then you apply to the job.
There seems to be, and Trevor would probably be able to speak to this better than the rest of us. He's more in touch with the HR community, but I can just say it from an internal standpoint with the companies that I've worked with. We're starting to see more co-op positions coming available, more summer student positions coming available. I know with some of the more technical areas, like actuarial, for example, there's a lot of internships that are coming available. So I don't know if anyone wants to add anything, but I'll pitch that back to you, Trevor. You probably have the most info on that.
Sure. The one thing that I can share with you is that I would say your assessment is probably correct, and that the majority of hires within the industry at this point of post-secondary students is when they're actually in their final year and graduating. That said, co-op and internship we know is something that is important, and the industry sort of at first was like, but wait a second, we're this highly regulated technical field. How do we incorporate people who are coming from outside of the industry into our business lines? And actually we sort of said, well, look at all of our partners, the medical community, the legal community, the banking community, they all managed to do it. So there are some insurance companies that have led the way, and we're now gathering case studies to sort of share with the broader insurance community to get that message out there even more so. And I would say that it's evolving, definitely. Internships and co-ops, if companies do offer them, they'll usually have a section on their website that sort of talks about those opportunities. My suggestion would be is to go to the larger companies first. And if you're looking to sort of that smaller, medium size, you may actually need to approach them, talk about co-op and internship in a way that is accessible, and they'll be able